Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with the previews exclusive Funko Pop 3-pack of the Rancor, Oola, and Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. If you've seen any of my other Star Wars pop reviews, then you know I'm not a big fan of these little bobblehead stands that they start out on. But yeah, I had a feeling Oola wouldn't be able to stand without it, so that's kind of a bummer because I really don't like these. But I guess I'm sort of stuck with her on this one. So I guess we'll go focus on Luke for right now. We've already had a Luke from Return of the Jedi pop, but that was just the full black outfit that he wears for like the second half of the film, and he had a lightsaber. This is the first time we're getting him with that gray vest from the Jabba's palace sequence from the first half of the film, and he's got the bone from when he's fighting the Rancor, and that's a nice touch. This is a great sculpt. The little black belt going across the front looks clean. The gray vest looks good. The separation with the black sleeves and black pants look great. It's a very simple effect with the black pants and the boots. It's a very simple pop. Fist in the hand, clean skin paint, clean black and gray paint. Collar looks good, and then the bone in his hand does look very well sculpted. I like the paint that they used for it. It gives it kind of a, well, bony look to it. And then you get to his head, which has a really good, clean hairstyle. It's a very simple design. Not a lot of detail to it, but I like simple, well-designed pops, and I think this does have kind of cute look. I like the way it goes over the ears. His eyeball paint's really clean. This is a really cool-looking Return of the Jedi about to fight the Rancor Luke pop. I dig this a lot. Now we can take a look at Oola. Without the stand, let's just pretend she can stand on her own. I think, man, her outfit looks great. The actual like green skin reads well, but the texture on that gray, that netted outfit she wears, really good texturing. The black belt and the kind of black sumo undies that go around are very well painted. Same thing with going around her thighs. The kind of black straps around her feet are very well sculpted and very well detailed. I like the pose she's in, even though she can't stand for crap in it. But man, the gray, the black, and the green separation is really good. I like the kind of dainty kind of pose she's in. Because, you know, when she does kind of fall down the Rancor hole, there is a bit of peril. And this is kind of a traditional, like, you know, arms out peril pose. But, yeah. And then the head is what, to me, makes this pop succeed. This head looks awesome. They did a great job with, like, her little tendrils coming off the back of her head. The sculpt of them is really good. I like the little light lines going through them. But also her headdress. The actual sculpt of it and the black paint follows it well. The little nubbins on the side look alright as far as the paint goes, but that silver piece in the middle, very well done. Same thing with the little gold rivets going along the edge there. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And her eyeball paint's so cool because you get the eyelashes, and then you get all that makeup, the yellow line, the purple line, and the eyebrows. To me, this is such a unique, cool looking pop. Really well painted, really well put together. I'm very happy with how this turned out. Lastly, we've got the Rancor, which to me is the coolest thing in this set. Like most pops, it has no articulation except for that one joint or bobble at the head, so it is one big lunk of a body, but this is a really good, well-done body. I think the actual sculpting on like the texture of his like old, gross, Rancor-y, leathery skin looks really good. If you look at all the wrinkles going down along his leg, the little like stumps for his like foot nail things, the way the texture gets kind of, you know, rougher around the thigh area, the spikes going around the edge of his thigh. If you look at his arms, you will see not only a lot of good wrinkling, but these little spikes here, and they're well painted, and a lot of good painting that highlights the wrinkles within the hand and arm. Even like his knuckles there look good. If we take a closer look at his shoulders and back, you can see that there's some really good sculpting going on there too. And again, the paint of the spikes look good. The surface of his skin is really well done for a pop. And again, that paint really does highlight the grooves there. But I think this surface is really impressive for what Funko can do, especially compared to Luke and how smooth his overall head and face are. This Rancor has a lot of good details to it. I also like the bobblehead bobbles outward instead of what we're used to with heads bobbling up and down. So sometimes the heads can be a little askew, but on this, the head's always going to be like facing forward. It's not going to be tilted upward or anything, so that's great. Then you look at the head itself. The eyeballs are really good, but I think the sculpt of like his nose, the overall wrinkles of his face makes for a really cute Rancor, and I like his little mouth jowls. And the paint also highlights the sculpt as usual. I like the little undersection there. And then his teeth and mouth look really, really good. Now, if you're hunting for this in stores, be on the lookout for some bad stuff with the mouth. See, the teeth are like attached to the rest of the head. And I saw many, and I mean many, where the teeth were sticking out. You could see big gaps where it wasn't plugged in all the way or was hanging down. In fact, this is the only fully good Rancor one I saw out of 8. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Now this Rancor is not in scale with Luke and Oola. If it were, this would be a huge pop, way too big. But I will point out that they recently did a Leia, Salacious Crumb, and Jabba 3-pack where they made Jabba to scale with all the other pops. And that Jabba is so big that it kind of makes this Rancor look a little tiny. But you know what? I like this tiny Rancor. I think he works. I think he's really cute. I think it looks like he plays well with Luke. I think the design of this turned out great, and I like the size of it. Now this is a previews exclusive, so you're not really going to see this in like Walmarts and Barnes & Nobles. You're going to see it where shops that order from previews, so like comic book shops, collectible shops, places like that. So be on the lookout for that at your local like nerdy nerd hole or wherever you shop at. But these 3 pops, I think this is just freaking awesome. Rancor is my favorite. I like having Oola as a pop. Like, we've already had Luke, but these 2 make it really unique to me. I love this. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff, yada, yada, yada.